Hey YouTube, I'm Mars1952, and this video is going to be a one-shot deal. I don't have editing software with me. Now, I'm out in California, right in the middle of a big RV trip, and it's time to change the oil. So normally it's not hard. It's easier than a lot of vehicles actually. You vent the oil filler cap right here, vent the oil filter cap, drain the oil out of the bottom, and while that's draining, you come up here and change the filter. Now, this is what it's supposed to look like. This is a brand new part. This is the oil filter cap. It's got a little plug in the bottom, and when you thread that down into the oil filter housing, that plug inserts into a little hole in the bottom of the oil filter housing. That prevents the oil from draining out. Likewise, when you unthread it, the hole is only about 1/4 inch deep. This comes up out of the hole, oil drains away, so when you take out the filter, it's not a big mess. It's an ingenious design, although this is weak. So anyway, I'll show you this right away. This is the part number, part number of the new housing, I think. No, this is the part number of the new housing, right here. It's A642-180-0038. That costs about 50 bucks at the Mercedes dealer. So anyway, I was changing the oil. Everything, took it apart and drained, no problem. And I went to put this oil filter in. This is the only oil filter that was available at the local parts store. It's a STP S10323. So I put that in, threaded, put the new O-rings in that came with it, threaded this into the oil filter housing, and this O-ring was too fat to go down in that little hole, and this snapped off. I heard it snap, and I couldn't quite decide if it was normal ratcheting sound because that was like clicking here. Well, maybe that's what it sounds like when it gets all the way down. I decided to pull it out. I pulled it out, and this stayed behind, just loose down in there. It wasn't down in the hole like it was supposed to be. So if I hadn't fixed this, this could have been a really serious problem. It would cause most of the oil to drain back into the crankcase instead of going through the engine. So I didn't know that something like that could happen. But if you put the wrong size O-ring on there, it's going to snap off. And I put the one that came with the filter. It's the STP's fault. It cost me 50 bucks. So anyway, I guess that's it. I don't know if this is coherent or not. I'll have to watch it. So the moral of the story is, if the O-ring, compare it to the one you take off. Be gentle with the one you take off of the oil filter housing cap, and compare it to the new one. And if there's a dramatic difference between the two, you can see the difference. Use the old one. These O-rings will last quite a bit longer than one oil change. I don't know why everyone changes them every time, but if I had just left the old oil ring on there, O-ring on, it would be still good. I would have been good to go. It would have saved me several days of harassment. Because of course I did this on a Saturday afternoon on a holiday weekend, and nothing was open until the next Tuesday. So that's it for now.